Hello, this is Gwen Aspen with Operation Landlord, and in this video we're going to discuss the common pitfalls people make when buying rental properties. The first one is that people want to impress others with how many rental properties they own, and they become obsessed with their number. Don't let your vanity get in the way of making real money. When people value quantity over quality, they often buy problem properties just because they are cheap. They overlook the mold in the basement or the foundational problems that cost $30,000 to fix. They don't figure into their calculation the impact of a rough neighborhood and then get all the copper pipes stolen when their tenant moves out. They don't take into consideration the weird floor plan that makes it really hard to rent the property, or the nightclub across the street that is so loud that no tenant stays for more than 12 months because they cannot sleep through the ruckus. Just because a property is cheap does not mean it's a deal. Quality over quantity at a reasonable price is better than buying a lemon to increase your number. Another common mistake is that people invest too much money in a property. We once had an out-of-state client pour money into properties in a bad neighborhood. They put in top-of-the-line windows, granite countertops, the whole 9 yards. The buildings were absolutely beautiful, but they never cash flowed. And then one New Year's Eve, a tenant shot out every single one of those beautiful new windows in one of their properties. Keep in mind, in some neighborhoods, people just want a clean, functional space for a modest price. People who want granite countertops and stainless steel appliances are also going to want location-specific amenities like a hot entertainment scene, a trendy health food store, or a popular walking trail in close vicinity. It's a good idea to calculate how long it will take you to recoup the money invested in the property before you make a costly renovation. In that calculation, take into account vacancies, repairs, taxes, property management fees. Even if you are going to manage the property yourself, you should still enter this into the equation. And the fact that the home will need a new roof in 5 years, etc. Does it still make sense to sink the money into the property if it's going to take 15 years to recoup the costs? Another mistake that we see all the time is that people do not have enough cash on hand. The same couple who had all their brand new windows shot out on New Year's Eve ended up going bankrupt because they did not have enough cash for the repairs, and their building sat vacant while they scrambled for the money to fix it up to rent again, and they just weren't able to do it. So not only do you need to put enough money down on a property so it will have a positive cash flow, but you need enough money in the bank to cover repairs. Okay, this reserve amount is going to be more if the property is older. You generally don't need as much with a newer construction home. In my personal portfolio, I have not had unexpected expenses in excess of $7,000 for a single family home in a given year, and all of my properties are built before 1950. You need to decide what you're comfortable with, but it's always better to have too much money available than not enough. A popular saying in the corporate world is revenue is vanity, profit is sanity, and cash is reality. Another common pitfall is that people pay too much for the property. When a real estate agent tells you this is a no-brainer purchase and this property will be gone tomorrow if you don't jump on it, they very well could be scamming you. You need to do your research. Look at comparable properties in the area. This will tell you if your property is overpriced or not. Look at rents for properties in the area. Are you going to make enough money on the property after all the expenses are taken into consideration? Costs you should consider are taxes, insurance, mortgage, maintenance, PMI if you're putting less than 20% down. And do not take the advice of a salesperson, because they are not going to be the ones who are laying awake at night stressing over a property that's losing money. Have an inspection on your property. Make sure that it has a sound foundation, the roof is in good shape, and that there is no mold, and check the age and condition of the windows. If you're unsure of the price to fix any of these things, get an estimate before you purchase the property. A good rule of thumb is that you want a cap rate of no less than 6%, and anything over 10 is fantastic. Another big mistake people make when they buy rental properties is that they believe the financials provided by the seller. Take those financials with a grain of salt. Do not believe everything that the seller tells you, because sellers can fudge the numbers to make the property look more desirable than it really is. They might make the maintenance costs look better than they are. They might make it seem like the property is rarely vacant in the past when it really is tons of vacancies, or inflate the rental income derived from the building. Be wary of these numbers and make sure you still compare this property with those in the area of the same age. Rental properties can be a great way to augment your income, but without a financial cushion or doing your due diligence, they can end up being an albatross around your neck. Thanks for watching this video produced by Operation Landlord. And for more property management informational videos, please see our website, www.operationlandlord.com.